And welcome back to the last installment of this Manor Lords series and chapter. So today we're going to be taking more regions, checking out the awesome views, and just kind of chilling out. So let's look at everything that we've done so far. Taken a very prosperous farming region, set up trade for meat. We're going to start setting this up for a little bit more sausage production. I feel like we're failing there. Now we do have 20 burgage plots, so if we are going to extend this, I think we should do 5 more burgage plots. And it looks like we just got hit by another bandit wave. That will be very easy. These bandit waves, in my opinion, they're really nothing. So, alright, we're going to do 5 single plots once we get enough goods. So we'll need to let them catch up. And now we can take our armies out and just rip up these banditos over here. Perfection. And we're going to come and take this region next. We have enough influence to take it, and then enough influence to take out the Lord at the very end of the series. Here they come. I don't think they're going to get too close to us. Get our guys in order. Everybody lined up. Alright. Yeah, they never really make it too far. I usually eat them all up. Alright, we're off to the races. Boom, boom, boom. You can see they're pretty much just melting at this point. Yeah, we're keeping a little bit of a gap. Boom, boom, boom. That was a little stupid easy. I'm hoping that they make the bandits just a tad bit more of a challenge, to be honest. Like, I want to be afraid. I want to be like, I want to rage quit. I'm so frustrated with how hard the bandits are. Alright. We got the upgraded church going over here. Did we get the 10 lumber? We did get the 10 lumber. Let's get up these new houses. I don't know how many of them are going to be, you know, butchers, but we'll be able to appropriate a few of these to the sausage production. Our meat production is going to go through the roof. You can see we have 388, so we need more sausage. We also need to come over here and take a peek and make sure we have enough salt for everybody. 112. And so we also need to get 2 more ranks, so we need a couple tier 3 houses. So the more tier 3 houses we can get up quickly, the better. Let's put 1 more person into the salt mines. We're still trading boots and salt. That's the benefit of having so much leather production in this city. Alright, I don't want to do you to tier 3. Not ready for you. Okay, let's pause the game. We got a few that we can do to tier 3. We just need a little bit more wood. Everything is coming along really nicely in this area, as you can see. Got ourselves the authentic street-lined burgage plots. I just really like the way that it all bends and blends into the other town. I think it's just kind of cool. I wish they could share markets and we could go a little bit bigger, or like merge areas or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But having regions specifically tailored to the resources available there, you know, through policies is really awesome. And the development and policy menu is going to be changed dramatically within the next half year whenever they release that new big patch. And bingo! Look at that. So we're going to go into charcoal burning and then deep mining. So we need 10 tier 3 burgage plots to get our next point. And we're going to upgrade all these puppies. We just need quite a bit of wood, it looks like. Alright, so we moved our logging camp over here. I'm going to put 1 more family in there. This mining pit is now gone. Let's also come over to the trade post. Just make sure everything is set up for us to be successful here. We are not importing clay, so we need to import at least, I'm going to say 20 clay. And we're going to come down to where we're producing the clay furnace and make sure that there is a roof tile cap so we do not go crazy. Let's put that roof tile cap at 50. So far so good. Since we put the alcohol cap, our money has returned. And another tier 3 house in this area. Pretty much everything is tier 3 at this point. Looks like we need 1 more individual in the granary. Accommodate these tier 3 houses. Look at that. We got so much freaking food. We're going to need another granary in this region, unfortunately, I think. We'll have to play it by ear. We'll keep an eye out on it. The market here is looking pretty darn neat. There's a cool little area of the town. Daisy. Got the deer trying to get off their little post over there, so... But we got it going on. Like we're keeping the deer population right about in an equilibrium with just the 3. That's great. There's the line right here. We just have to be really careful not to do anything too close to them or we can scare them off. Right, another tier 3 house. We have 5.5 thousand influence now from the bandit raids. The bandits are good for the influence that you gain from them. No longer need this tithe. We keep the 10% land tax there. I mean, we're daddy warbucks right now, so this is great. And we got a 5% tax here. We're going to ramp that up to 10% as well. Let's get some more money coming in. Everything is growing very well and slowly. This is kind of how you want to do it. We're going to get some more hitching posts up over in this area here. Okay, there we go. There's the 3rd hitch post. Let's order an ox here. Upgrade these 2 stables. Get some closer hitching posts to this logging camp. And it'd probably be wise to get a forester out. Forester right here. And then the next objective is taking over this region. And honestly, the sooner the better. We're going to set up a clay export empire. We're going to export not only clay, but the clay roofing tiles. And we're going to get a ton of berries, and we can trade those berries for bread. And we can trade those berries for sausages. It's all going to be gravy. Once we get up our mega production here, we need to get these gents over here to tier 2, so we can set up more butchers. Okay, I think we're at a good point with crossbows. We have 41 crossbows. So now we're going to switch over to selling and producing and selling warbows. We'll set our limit on warbows at something like 180, which is an insane amount, but it's okay. Go to the trade post, look at our trade, go to military, roll all the way down to warbows and export them. They're very easy for us. We're going to export everything over 30. I always like to just keep a slight reserve. In case if my whole army gets wiped out, I can at least get a bow unit back up. Maybe we should actually do that to 36. All right, and those sell for 5. So that's great. Make sure we have horses here. We do. All right, we got coal, we got fish, we got veggies, got barley that we're shipping out over here. And that's severely reduced the cost for us here. You can see we're really starting to accumulate good quantities of regional wealth. All right, Forester Hut is up. I feel like we should definitely get this up if I'm going to grow the area out. Put 1 Forester in. We have 7 families now. That's beautiful. So we just need to keep rocking that tier 3, and then we will eventually get that point that allows me to make these mines infinite. And yeah, we're going to need a little bit more salt. We have 117. We need 1 more person in here helping to move that salt. And I think we need 1 more person in the trade post. And it looks like we have all the horses that we need. And I should probably get a hitching post or 2 over here to help out with the aesthetics. And I'm also thinking that we're going to put a road like this, merging with this road. That way these gents over here can also work in the mines. Now they have a pathway to work. And that did not line up perfectly. I like to keep these things like intersections. There we go. And let's give it a nice little gradual thing going in there. Perfect. Okay, just a tad bit better now. So the next goal is to take this region. There we go, 22, 23. So yeah, it looks like 3 with the policy and all of the perks. Seems to be about the right zone. Let's upgrade this well to a stone well. And this tier 2 can now become a butcher. And once we get enough people in here, we can upgrade a few more of these bad boys. Got a few more tier 2s to tier 3 houses going up now. And it seems to be boards are the issue, always. Over here we have 2.1 thousand food. The honey is building up. The apples, the bread, the meat. We got a lot of bread. Once you get that tier 2 bakery, it's pretty intense. 291 flour. Very good. Still have 365 barley. And so we're producing a good amount of ale. Just the right amount of ale for us. Very good. Looks like we're full up over here. I'm wondering if I could get another spear unit. Looks like we're missing spears. So I think what we're going to do, get that other spear unit out. Always good to have more than you need when it comes to combat. We'll do a spear cap of 20. That should suffice us for a bit. The joiner is already set to produce shields. Cool. So that will just naturally fill out. It's time. It's time for war. Let's go take that region. We're going to bring all of our friends. Oof, they're expensive. I'm going to hire everything. So if he can't hire them, then he has to... It's actually pretty screwy, right? Because, like, he has to come at me with just, like, his 4 dudes. But had I not hired these gents, he would have hired every single one of them. So I'm not hiring them because I need them. I'm hiring them to deny him the ability. You gotta pay them. Kind of, you know, kind of extortion, right? A little slightly. Okay. All right, we're ready to take this region. We're gonna claim it with influence. Get in there. All right, the battlefield is right up here. We need to get in there quick. Honestly, I don't even think I need my units for this. All right, he's coming from up top. He has a very small army. Okay. Some of the mercenaries are a little bit behind. That's okay. We're going to do this just a tad bit different. That. I'll protect myself here. This is going to be quite the battle. Because if they hit these units, then the crossbows can kind of, you know, shoot them. That's what's kind of cool. As long as we get them kind of like sideways, like so, crossbow units will have full visibility to shoot. So it's kind of neat when you position things this way. And I'm gonna put the NPC archers right here in the cinematic mode. Watch this in action. This is gonna be brutal. Oh yeah. Did not go well for them. Alright, we broke both of them. Crossbowmen should now take out anything that comes our way. There's the retinue there. Charge in. Help out our gents. And let's chase down those archers. There we go. That's all she wrote. Now we own this area. Get rid of all the mercenaries. Actually, we're going to keep this retinue here. So if the banditos spawn anywhere near here, or the Lord spawns here, we need to have a force here so they don't auto go into burn down the whole village mode. And we're ready. This is actually a pretty ideal location for quite a lot of things. I will say, though, I want to move the wild animals over here. I'd like to turn this into a vast industry area. So we're going to use the cosmetic, the shrine. Essentially, you just put it down, and it moves. As you can see, and you just keep doing that till you get it where you want it. This reduces how many trees are destroyed. See, this is perfect. But it's, I want it here. I want it a little bit away from the road, so that's actually kind of funny. I got it on the berries. It's a little scary. There we go. It's slightly exactly where it was before. Okay. I don't think we're gonna get it any better than that. And then you just hit tab to see where you put the shrines, and you delete all the shrines. We need to put our camp down before I can start deleting buildings. And this is a good place. Now that we have this, we're going to center ourselves right here. And we're going to do a plentiful village. I can't wait to get like farming, forest, and mining village set up. So I'm wondering what that is. Or like what goods you will get. Now we can delete these shrines. Sometimes you get this bug where you held it down for so long, you get these infinite shrine things. Sometimes I just have to exit out and reload to get rid of that. Okay, we have a bit of a problem because we have a bajillion dead bodies all over our new beautiful town. So we're going to set up some farming little areas here. We're going to do 5 of these bad boys because we have so much wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Look at that. That's perfect. These are going to be really good. So we'll set up 5 of them. And I'd actually kind of like it to slant, right? Because it kind of bends here. So I feel like it should bend kind of here. And that's about 3. That is about 3 corpse pits. Perfect. Okay, so we'll get those 5 up. And then right here, off to the side, have a road. And then we'll have a back area that's just full of industry. Have a little bit of a forking area here. We'll have another side road. And we'll have this kind of meet and go out right here. Gonna make it a little weird looking. And we'll put a logging camp. Put a saw pit. Woodcutter. Storehouse. And the granary is pretty darn easy. It's gonna go right here. Have a few little sections here, like so, for all the other buildings. Have ourselves a hunting camp off the side here. And we'll have ourselves a forger hut both here, here, and then another one right here. And we're going to hold off on the wood for now. Let's prioritize the logging camp here. Let's also get up hitching posts back here. Beautiful. We have our trade post, I think, right around here. Prioritize the hitching post. Order another ox. We have 130. Let's speed this up. Let's get it going. And we do need someone here defending in case the banditos come. So I'm going to keep my retinue here. Beautiful day for all. 93 bodies to bury. That's going to tank our approval. Yeah, 114 bodies. Yay. Okay. That's not good. Logging camp is up. Let's place 2 individuals in there. Set a limited work area. Let's get this bad boy out. And we have a wonderful spot just literally right here where the bodies are for our first marketplace. Call it Dead Man's Market. 15 locations is A-okay for me. And I have a feeling we can get a well up over here. I just knew it. Alright, we're going to put a well right here. This is a nice little food area right off the road. Very good. And let's build a few more hitching posts over here. Want to be able to order a lot of ox. Perfection! And make sure that the work area is indeed just limited to this zone right here. Perfect. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't all starve to death, but you can't always control everything. Let's get someone in the hunting camp. Oh man, yeah, those bodies tanked my approval so bad. I should have waited till the bodies... I've done this before. It's been a while since I've played. I always forget. You want to wait till the bodies are gone. Okay, so we got a lot to do. We can come back from this though. I believe in me. We can come back. We got 2 families. We can't lose anymore. Nobody's homeless anymore. I'm gonna pull the gent once we get enough food. Now, a good thing about only having 2 families is you only need so much food. We have enough food for now. I'm gonna pull him out. We're gonna get things off the ground really quick. We do need to prioritize building out this house or no one can move in. It's kind of funny because we had 5 before. We'll get this house built. Sometimes you have to shoot yourself in the foot to make the race fun, right? This is that right there. Okay, we have a 3rd house up. Get someone in the storehouse. I just need to get everything off of the ground. We do have 22 months worth of fuel. So as long as I can get my approval rating up high enough, we do have multiple food types. I should be able to hit 50% here, actually. What we need to do is just get multiple food types. So let's stock up on as much food as possible. Let's get a forager hut up. Let's just get a ton of food types. Let's just try to do everything we can to get those bonuses a little bit higher. I actually should have thought about that. I need boards, and then I can make a church. So maybe we should shoot for that church. Okay. Get this dude in here. Let's get those food types. I'm going to get one person into the saw pit here. All right, we got 31 berries. That's more than enough for what we need. We can get the church up. We can completely come back from this. So that's going to be the way we do it. Okay, look at that. We have enough to build the church now. So let's make the church. I think I kind of like this spot right here for the church. We can do the tavern as well. I'm going to face it corner. We're going to get ourselves a nice little road. Some useless decorations out. Beautiful. Okay. So now we have everything that we need. Pull the gent out of the hunter and the saw pit, and let's build this church. This should work. we gotta come back from this. They're hard at work. Gotta get this church up. But we're making good progress. Got good views. I think things are gonna come along here nicely. As long as no one else dies and we stay at above 40%. Another really easy thing that we can do now that we have boards is get the tannery up. Because all I need to do is have the food in the items, and then I can put one in the granary and one in the storehouse. And as long as there are only 2 people, I only need food for 2 people, so we can go for like ever off of what we have. We have 3 food types, and yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, let's take a peek over here though. We do have the butcher up now. And oopsie daisy, he was slaughtering lambs. Let's focus on that beautiful sausage. We have 98 meat. I don't like that whatsoever. What happened here? What happened here? Okay, I guess we need to get another hunter up. Put one more family into that. We got a lot of free families. That's good. Over here, we're doing just fine and dandy. Oh, geez, I forgot to put these guys back to work. I got way ahead of myself. Okay, we're in good shape. Look at that. We got the church up. I'm going to try to build out all these other buildings and let everything kind of catch up. Let's get someone in the tannery. Just start making anything possible. Let's see. We need to get 44%. So we're going to need someone in the granary and storehouse and the market stalls. Let's try doing the granary worker for now. And then I'll switch the tanner out once we get... Oh, there we go. We got 5 leather. That's literally all we needed. So we're going to switch the tanner out. We're going to go to the storehouse. So between the foods and the leather and the firewood now being provided at the marketplace for these 2 individuals, which is hit 100%, which we have. And that's going to help us get that bonus. Plus the church, we should be on easy street. So we're just going to coast into it. We have enough food to last us quite a bit of time. The next family we should probably put into alternating between meat and berries. And then that way we can get back up to where we were at 5. But we'll be fine. And, you know, we just won't talk about this ever again. And let's get some more tier 3 buildings over here. Get that next point. We're gonna... Yeah, we ran out of salt. So we got 94 left. That's cool. Got people working. What are they doing in there? There's nothing to mine. All right, yeah, we'll get that. We're 1 tier 3 house away from awesomeness right now. So once this bad boy gets up just right here. Yeah, this is a tight little entryway here. Look at that. There's a lot of folk in this village. Pretty impressive. Get it going. All right. This is what I like about the double burgage plots, because you get the 2 houses and it gives it that authentic feel. Makes it look like there's lines here going. But these are actually single. Ooh, yeah, those are single. Okay, deep mining. There we go. Now we're going to upgrade the deep mines. And we are in business once more. Okay, let's look at our meat situation. 902 meat. My God. Okay, so we're going to need many, many butchers, I think. This is actually kind of incredible. And we're going to probably need a little bit more salt. So Once these gents get built up, let's come over here and check this place out. We're at 45%. This is all going to change here in a moment. 48%. We just need to let it catch up. It averages it doesn't average from the last month, and it doesn't go into what you have currently. It averages like the past 3 to 6 months. We can't really figure it out. It might be 4 or 5. So if I had 40 and I have 50, then it's 45. Then the next from the averages. Then it's really kind of annoying and complicated that way. But yeah, we got 51%, so we're on the up and up. We just need to make sure they don't starve to death. That would be bad. Alright, let's high prioritize these mines. I want to get them built out. The salt must flow. Let's max out the deep mines now. Let's get 4 people into this large storehouse to keep moving the salt out. And yeah, you can get 3 of these. Maybe I should have, but I found that 2 is usually sufficient. Let's get 1 more person in the trader. Alright, looks like we need 1 more person in the large granary and 1 more person in the large storehouse to hit our 100%. Okay, and max out the deep mine. Alright, so now we got 8 families, so we can pull from over here. It's beautiful. Let's get these hitching posts up a little bit. See, we still got 2, but we're at 52. So it looks like it dived below 50% at the start of the month, but going forward now with the wood church and everything in order, we're going to be in good shape. We do need to make sure that we're keeping our food reserves up. We really need that extra family. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I think we're gonna hit it, and we have only consuming 1 food of each. So we got enough for like a year or 2. 26 months, yep, and 5 months worth of fuel. All right, we'll get a couple families by then. There we go, 148 salt. This is maxed out. Make sure that we don't have any issues over here. We're exporting berries over 100. Boot that up to 150. Exporting salt over 100. Let's boot that up to 200. Importing clay, very good. Exporting leather, very good. And then I know we're also selling boots. Yep, anything over 50. Oh, nice. Buy that trade route. Start selling those boots a little bit faster. Okay, so these are 2s. I say we go crazy. Let's get 2 more butchers and see if that throws the balance off. We have 199 sausages. So now, meat spoils pretty quick. It doesn't actually really matter at the same point. So what do we have over here? What do we have? 4 bread. I say we keep importing meat, and we also import sausages. We do have multiple pack stations, so make sure we assign livestock. We'll need to get some more mules at a certain point. So our barter partner is going to be bratwurst Phil, and we're going to continue to send more bread. And we're going to receive in its place these sausages. Nice. We don't get too many sausages, but yeah, we're eating the meat almost immediately. We're going to eat the sausages immediately, so it almost doesn't matter. But it's the principle of that giving a very good diet to our people, right? Look at that, we got an extra person. So I think we need to get a little bit of the woodcutter up. We need to get some more firewood. We're running out. We have 17 months of food, so we don't have to worry there. We're at 65%, so we're going to grow now. We're going to be fine. Let's just get a little bit of firewood, maybe like 5 or 6 months. I just mainly want it so that we don't get weird negatives. We want to get the fuel bonus. Nice, another new family. We're going to put them into the logging camp. We need to get more wood. And then the next family is going to start doing some other crazy stuff. So let's upgrade this house. I'm clicking on the houses that already have people living in it. Do not upgrade this house because we need that available living space for the next family to move in. Once we get enough fuel, I'll pull him out and he can go build these places up. Alright, 7 months is good. Let's pull him out and have him go build. I think we actually have plenty of wood. It's just kind of in a weird place. It looks like I did miss actually one of the shrines. I'm going to leave that shrine there because it's memento. Okay. We're going to boot up sausage production to something more like 400, given how much freaking meat we have. Make sure everybody is on sausage production. Okay. And we'll get these guys to tier 2 just in case we want to make more butchers. I think I'm going to get up another granary. We have so much food here. It's kind of absurd. One more granary up. 100% on all. We don't need any more workers technically, but we might get them anyway. 557 salt. I'm happy with that. I mean, we're going to fill this thing up to the brim with salt. All right, look at that. 2 out of 3. So what we really want to do is get someone on the forager. We want to make sure that we do not starve to death after coming back from the dead. And we have 3 available living spaces. Let's get this guy out too. All right, let's get a veggie garden out. Looking good. Let's get 2 of them. Start getting that going so we have some more food supply. And we got meat and berries, so that will get us to where we need to go. And let's get the garrison tower here. And let's make sure that we're actually importing stone so that we have at least 20. We might start going through stone pretty quick here if we start building out certain things. Alright, we got a lot of tier 3 houses now. And we do actually have so much freaking food here that I think it's... I usually don't like to do this. Right? Usually don't like to get these guys to tier 3. Because the family... You don't need that many families doing that stuff, but... We're going to do it anyway. Just because we can. Let's get these populations booming. There's 171 pop here. 348. That's actually enough for a full army. So yeah, we could get another crossbow unit just like that. And it's right. Let's come back over here. We are selling bows. We're going to start producing iron parts again. Joiner workshop's good. We have 2 full spear units. Everything is hunky-dory. We're in good shape. Oh yeah, what do we want to put here? Let's go with chickens. Why not? And we're bringing in so much salt. It's pretty funny. 809 salt. All right, we got 2 out of 4. We got 1 in the granary. We got 1 here. We're gonna put 1 in the hunting camp. We have enough room for a few more people. I'm gonna put 1 in the woodcutter. Let's make sure the woodcutter is, you know, staying in a decent area. Okay, and then the logging camp. Okay, so we got everything back to where we needed to have it. Perfect. Now we can grow again. So we're in good shape, 77%, so people can really start coming in. We're going to need to move this hitching post. We can move it right here. We're going to need more houses out in this area. I'm just going to keep up with what we have going on, which are these nice little long plots. And yeah, we're going to do apples here. Good to just have really easy food sources. We got this long stretch going on. It's pretty cool. Okay. Next thing we need to do is get the saw pit going. Let's go to advance. Make sure everything looks good. 40 boards. And when we get some people back, we have enough room for 2 folk. I know we need to build stuff. We'll wait for the other people. I just want to get everything running on its own. So now we have food. We have firewood. We have 1 storehouse, 1 granary worker. We have everything we need for this place to start building up without me watching it. So that is fantastic. And this zone, you can see we're bringing the money in. We got 17 grand. We have to pay 1,000 in royal taxes. And let's keep getting everybody up to tier 3. I think the tier 3 houses just look much nicer. Kind of cool. You can see this is a blacksmith's workshop. You can see the... literally see it. That is so cool. Billow, anvils. Over here you have the bowyer shop. You can't really see too much. You just have to imagine they're doing bendy stuff in there. I don't know. And the joiner's workshop. Yeah, they're joining stuff in there. Cobblers. They're making shoes. Okay. I guess I just have to imagine it. Looks like only the blacksmith shop has the aesthetic. 3.9 thousand. Yeah, we're importing a lot of meat and sausage now. 1.4 thousand bread. A lot of... too much food, in fact. Here we have 1.8 thousand. 1,000 meat. 260. Yeah, we don't even need berries. There actually isn't too much of a point to trade at this juncture because nobody needs the food. It's just rotting. I'm just basically giving people jobs so that they feel good about themselves at that point. All right, let's put 1 more person into the tannery. Keep that production flowing. Oh, we got some enemies coming. All right, 4 banditos. Again, I don't really fear the banditos. Especially when I have 4 freaking crossbowmen now. And 2 spear. So we can just leave our gents in a defensive posture. Alright, here they come. Got a lot of crossbowmen. Yeah, they didn't stand a chance, unfortunately. Make sure we don't get hit. Okay. Those banditos were getting a little close to me. I didn't like it. We're gonna position everyone around. Let's do this. Come on. There we go. No casualties. Except for theirs. And we're gonna put a permanent person in the church. Well, we already have one. Let's put 2 people in the church to bury bodies. We could put a corpse pit over there, but I gotta make these guys work. They only have to work like once every 5 years. Gotta put their backs into it. Okay, cool. We'll put someone in the church over here too. Bury bodies when we fight. Alright, we're doing good over here. Got the storehouse right there. Let's upgrade the storehouse. Let's upgrade the granary. We have 1 free individual now. Start upgrading all of these. Basically, if you don't see any requirements being met, it means that that's the house that they're going to move into. So I prefer to hold off on that one because we need 1 available living space. So let's get this going. We do have 60. Okay. 2 apples in the backyard of this gent. It does look like we need 1 more person in the storehouse for a general stall. Oh yeah, look at that. We're growing now. We have 10. Alright. Actually, this little shrine's a good little marker. It keeps us away from all the animals there. Okay. Need a little bit more wood, but I'm thinking we'll get some cross sections here. Kind of the same setup. We get the mining pit up here at some point. I'm going to get 1 more person in the logging camp because I feel like we just need a lot of logs right now. I'm going to permanently assign livestock to the saw pit. Since we have so many, we have around 4 ox. So right now we really need the boards. I typically don't do that, but sometimes I do in these situations. I have 27 in the tannery. We actually don't even need anyone in the tannery right now. I'll put 2 people in the storehouse, pull him out. We have all the leather already made. Okay, what's our butcher situation over here now? 364, 1,000 meat. This is super nuts. This is so much meat. I guess we should start selling sausage too. It would be silly not to. Go to export. We'll export anything over 205 sausages. There we go. That's another moneymaker. I don't even need the money. That's the sick part. I got a sickness. Let's get this to tier 3. Alright. I think we're gonna leave a lot of the 3rd area as is. I primarily just want to make it a really peasanty mining town. So these are gonna just be basic houses. These are the more rich, affluent areas. And then, you know, this little back area back here, it's just, you know, to make money for me. And we have here is a need for boards. We don't need more than 2. You can do 3, but we don't need 3. We just need 2. Even the 2 salt pits that I have are showing to be more than I needed. So we'll have a road here. And we're going to have a road kind of coming into this area here. Perfect. And what do we have going on here? 10 constructed. Well, I think we should put a lot more of the houses over here. So people have easy access to work. There we go. 1, 2. These are going to be small ones. There's going to be 4s. Double burgers plot so we can get some more workers out of it. We're not going to upgrade any of these. And the clay and the clay tiles are not going to be stored here. Our entire industry is going to be just clay tiles and clay. Okay. We got it going on now. Let's get some of these hitching posts up, though. There we go. Make sure that we have as much livable space as possible. Okay. And what I would like to do is hit the storehouse right here. This is beautiful. This is going to be our clay storehouse. And our trade right across the street. A little bit of a slant, but there we go. Perfect. Alright. So we have that industry set up. We have 5 families now. That's amazing. We do need to get some money coming in, though. And I am going to move the work area to here. We're actually not going to need too much more wood. And let's get a forester hut up right here. That's fine with me. Get one person back in the tanner. Get one more family in there. Let's get 2 families in the granary. We can't even get pretty much everything here. That's fine. Get 2 people in the forager for those berries. And then at this point, you just let it grow. Double everything. Make sure everything's double. We have plenty of areas for people to move in now. And we don't need too much. That's the great thing. Okay. So this storehouse, all it's going to do is clay roof tiles and clay. So just clay, roof tiles, and of course we want to get the clay roof tile maker up right here. Across from the storehouse there. Perfect. This is going to be such a good little trade community for us. Get the mining pit going with just 1 person for now. Now we're going to need 2 points. Okay, so I will have to go to tier 2. Darn it. Okay. Well, we're going to be making enough money that we can import barley from our main house. So that's fine. Let's be careful here. Get a malt house right here. Yeah. So much for that plan, right? I always forget that you have to get some of these things up. And we're going to get the tavern up right here. You can go to church, and then after church, you go to the tavern. Go. A little bit of sideways action there. The malt house there. We're going to need a brewer. Part of me wants to make this whole long plot right here a brewer, but I'll have to think about that. There's a lot of people we need to move in before I can get the rest of this. And I think the brewer is just going to sit right here. Single plot should suffice. We'll be on the same road. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to have to start going to tier 2. So let's do the farms first. We need at least 2 points. That's the problem. And we definitely want to get that city functional before we beat the game. 100% booze. Pack station. Let's get another mule. They're doing a great job. 44 sausages, 335 meat. I mean, we're bringing it in. We still got 1.3 thousand bread. All right. Linek has now gotten a point. So we're going to go in the coal. Next point, deep mining. We just need 5 level 2 burgage plots. That's so easy for us to do. There we go. We got enough right there going up. Got 5 more folk. Okay. So 1 in the clay furnace. 1 in the storehouse here. No market stall. 1 in the trade post. Go to trade. So, of course, we're going to export anything over 10. And we're going to export any clay. Go to it. Do 250. We need enough to make tiles. And we can buy that route right now. That's really good. Eventually we'll get a horse. Let's make sure that we're permanently assigned. And most importantly, let's get a hitching post up right next to us. Here we go. Nice, we got the second point. There we go. Infinite deep mines. Let's get another person in this mine pit over here. Get this guy to a tier 2 for no reason at all, just because I want to. And we're going to need a boot maker. And think about that. Okay. This is going to be a little weird, but it's fine. I think I might convert one of these dudes into a boot maker. We only need so many boots. So the distance doesn't matter. We're not going to be trading boots. I am, however, going to get a road connecting the backside here. A little bit more infrastructure for us. All right. I think we can buy a horse now almost. We definitely want to get a horse ASAP. Oh no. We hit peak. We hit peak salt. 2,500 salt. Okay. Well, I have nothing else for these people to do, so I'm going to keep them there. And 335 sausages, 995. I feel like we're at a good juncture there. I'm just going to leave it alone. Working. I don't need any more than I already have. All right, look at that, 41. So we get ourselves a horsey, an extra person trading. And we're not supposed to be able to trade roof tiles, but they are storing them there, and that's fine. Okay. Everything is moving the way it should. Let's upgrade this storehouse here. uncheck the allow market stall setup button. All right. We have 8 more families that can move in, and then we can get the brewer up. And so this, we don't have any tools. Even though we started with it, it looks like we lost them in the beginning, or they were stolen from us. Fine. We'll get a smithy up over here. Get a forester up over here. Definitely need that. And this is a really easy thing to do. Go to the trading post. We'll just import iron slabs till we have 5. Once the smithy's up, we can start making tools. Yeah, so don't fret if you lose your tools. They're really easy to make. You don't have to import ore and then refine it, and you don't have to set up this massive anything. You don't even have to buy a trade route. Someone will come by. You only need like a couple of them. So don't worry about it. Alright, smithy up. We'll just go to the advanced tab. Make sure that it only produces what we need. 5 is pretty much all I'm going to need for this build. We just need people to move in right now. We have 17 months of food, 28 fuel. We got a lot of berries, veggies, and meat. Eventually we will have apples. We'll want to get some boats into the marketplace here. There is a drought. Not good. Also not really that bad either. Our logging camp is full. I'm going to put another logging camp over here. It's a good area. Kind of clear. And we'll get a nice little arching road here. And some of these gents over here might work in this location. So let's get there. And then in between all of it, we can get ourselves a hitching post. Or 3. There we go. And do we have enough money for another horse? Definitely get one. Not yet. Okay. We have the tools now. So we can stop all that jazz. No more imports. And we can pull the worker out of the smithy. Okay. Look at that. Got the cobbler going now. Okay, cobbler's up now. We're going to limit this to how many plots we have. I don't think we're ever going to go over 30. I always just go with like 40 or 50 to be safe. Sometimes you change your mind and you forget you put those little caps on there. And let's just keep going. I want to get the economy going before I start importing the ale. We have 4 more places to move in, and then we can get up the brewer. Get a couple more people in mining of the clay. We're selling it faster than I can keep up with. And luckily, we have a ton of food. Get this guy up now. I guess I should upgrade all of these gents too with my massive wad. I wish there was a upgrade all feature in this game. Okay, we've upgraded all of them now. There we go. Now we got a big group of thugs. Armored thugs. This is great. Have them watch the crossroads here. It is pretty cool. I do like the way they all look. Yeah, don't mind us. You two discuss knitting or whatever the or conspiracies. That was pretty. Yeah, that was a drug deal actually. That was weird. They met from 2 opposing sides, walked away to different directions. Something's going on there. That's all right. These guys are diligent. They do not waver. Okay, we're making some good cash over there. There we go. We're starting to get a little bit of money now. We need to buy the route for roof tiles. I probably should have bought that one first. But we only need 160, and I think we'll be there really, really soon. Once I get the 160, then everything really starts taking off. Roof tiles are going to bring in a lot of money for us. I think I'm actually going to start selling berries. We're not going to ever eat that many, and we'll do that at 200. Even just, 5 or 6 coins can help us get to that. And then we can get the 160 trade route here for roof tiles. We're going to be paying those local thugs for the rest of my life. Put a second person in the tavern over here. Get that tavern full. I'm going to put a third person in the tavern. We just have so many free families. Okay. I mean, this zone's been done for a bit. Over here, everything seems to be tier 2 or tier 3. It's all tier 3 now. Perfect. Dang. Oh, yeah, we got a few over here we can upgrade. Let's do it. Once you've solved the ale issue, I mean, everything is free pretty much, right? Need the food type varieties. Let's get all these gents to tier 2. Alright, we got more free families. I'm going to deck out that. Let's do this. Order a horse. If we get another horse, we could probably... Let's get more people in the trade post, get that money flowing. Alright, look at that. 144 right there. We sold a bunch of clay. And I think we sold some berries. That's great. Now we bought this route. But boom, we are in business. I already bought that horse. It's coming. We got this full. Alright, the money train is here. We're also going to get passive wealth from all these tier 2 homes. So what we need to do now is import barley from our other region. So our main food region is helping us out a lot. We're going to go barley, barley, barley. Get the malt house. We do actually have a problem. We need more people. Okay. I think right here is actually a pretty cool place to put more houses. We're going to do it a little different. A little bit of a sideways action going here. Do it. Want to get kind of a back road situation going on here, so let's bring this in. I had to delete that road, and let's get the sideways action. Ooh, that's not sideways. Like that. Okay. There we go. Now we got a little bit better road system. Nice. We can get this to tier 2. The brewer is on the way now. We can get the booze flowing here momentarily. 470, so we're already getting our economy going. We're going to need a little bit of stone. We got the stone right here. Want to get the manor up so we can start taxing. Bringing in more money. And let's upgrade these gents to deep mines. Never have to worry about it again. It's actually really insane how much money is flowing into us now. Okay. And I think what we're going to do is stop logging over here. And start logging over here. Big old area over here. Double out all the living spaces here. Let's get more people in. Alright, now it's time to go crazy here. Let's get all the veggie fields up. All the apples up. There we go. It's perfect now. Then over here, someone in the tavern. Turn this into a brewer's extension. Someone in the malt house, and we're in business now. Got all the barley right there. Let's put one more person in the large granary. There we go. That puts us right where we need to be. We just need to make sure we cap the brewers so we don't produce 5,000 ale. Okay, brewers made. Like I said, we're going to cap this at... Let's just cap it at like 80. 80 should suffice. Let's do a overstock of 10. That way we're always bringing in more than we need. We have an entertainment bonus already going out, which means we can hit tier 3. And so it is time. Let's see, what foods do we have? Not crazy amounts. If we do start producing more berries, I stop selling them. I could trade berries for bread. That's actually a really good idea. So let's do that. Alright, we're going to need a couple more pack stations. I'm going to put them right here. What's cool is you can choose which area you want to expend the worker from. So I have all these free workers, so I might as well create the pack stations in my main town, right? Get these built up. Order us a mule. Sign the livestock here. Business partner in Linek. And we're going to send our bountiful bread for their berries. Perfect. That will give us some good food. And we're going to get 2 gents doing this. Because the distance is fairly long. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to stop selling berries over here, and we're going to start producing more of them. And that way we can get another food variety that's going to help us out pretty substantially. We do not need to really sell berries here. In fact, we could actually easily sell berries here and fulfill the exports if I just get enough people. About 6 families over here. And they're so close to the granary. But the reason that you want to have multiple forage huts is because the pantries get full. And you need to harvest everything in a really short period of time. Alright, there we go. We'll get the 3rd gent there. There we go. Yeah, we got people moving in. We have 1 available living space. I do need to get these buildings to tier 3. So they need tavern and they need church. So we need 25 stone. We knew we would need the stone, so let's start gathering it. Might be cheaper to buy it at this point. How much money we have? Go to the trade post and let's just actually set a minimum import so that we always have at least 20 stone. Alright, the roof tiles are selling like hotcakes, it looks like. 235. Put one more person into the clay furnace. Got a lot of clay, so that's good. It's not moving fast enough, for me at least. Waiting on horsies. Get a few more hitching posts up around these parts, I don't know. There we go. Just trying to make it work. Alright, we also need to get the manor up. I feel like the manor would do well over here. Do it. Let's commit. We can start taxing. And we're almost at a point where this is all ready to go. I mean, we got money in the bank. Built out all these regions really well. Get these hitching posts upgraded. Alright, upgrade the small church. Alright, so we got 4 left in the stone. Let's get this stone. Let's just get this stone out of here. Alright, cool, we got it. Let's get rid of the stonecutter's camp. Make sure this is set to the highest priority. Once we can start getting to tier 3, we can start getting a bit more families in here. We definitely have the food for everybody. We have 2 bread. We need to keep making sure that we're getting mules. We could set up a station to purchase everything. I kind of just don't go that direction sometimes, just simply because it's not too hard to come over here and click on stuff. But you can kind of see we're having a little bit of an issue where they're taking quite some time to get those mules in here. I think we're going to get a few more hitching posts up around these parts. Alright, here we go. Let's upgrade these hitching posts. Make sure we can just have far more storage. We were actually getting pretty close to our storage limit. We weren't quite there. But we need to make sure we can do a lot of good stuff here. Go over to trade. Let's get an animal trader. I think it's time. We can place this anywhere. Let's place it over here. Across from the market. It's kind of a nice little place for it. Nice, 22. Looks like we found a slight equilibrium here. We still have 768 meat, 318 sausage. Oof. A lot of berries. 400 berries over here. Okay. Put one into here. That way we can max out these pantries. The beginning of the year, you can get up to almost... You can get basically 800 berries over the seasons. First 3 months, you get 800 berries. We're going to trade that for bread, and they can eat it at the other locations. We're definitely going to need one more person in the storehouse. I don't feel like we're keeping up with clay furnace production here. Alright. We're at a point where we can hit tier 3 now. So we're keeping the booze flowing. We're keeping it flowing. We need to upgrade this tavern though. Pause real quick and let's upgrade as many of these gents to tier 3 as possible. Alright. Need more boards. So this is fantastic right here. Get some more families coming in. Got that beautiful church going now. Okay. Looks like we got the livestock trader up. So now I don't have to click like a madman anymore. We're going to get 20 ox in here. We're going to import up to 10 mules. Import up to 4 horses. We'll just leave it there. Okay. This should help out quite a bit. So I don't have to keep clicking. And now we have a really good setup here. And it does look like we're bringing in the berries, as you can see. Because we don't have berries here. We just have fish. So, bread production, though. That is not cool. 0 flour. Oh, the drought. Yeah, the drought really messed this up. That's okay. We'll get caught up here. We lost a lot of bread. Yeah, between the veggies, meat, and the apples coming in now, I think we're in pretty good shape. Veggies and apples they're just stupid. It's just so easy to supply that 2 food group set up pretty much every province you have. Alright, the manor. I mean, look how much freaking money we're bringing in. We just have to get the manor up to start taxing everything and get some more families in here. There we go. Yeah, we're getting it done now. The deep core mines mean we can do this forever. Alright, we got another settlement level. I'm not really sure what I even want to do with it, though. We'll just leave it alone for now. Guess we could just go into trade. That's not a bad one. Yeah, this is looking pretty sharp. Okay, so you see we got banditos. Now, if I had not had my retinue here, they would have gone into burn down mode. Would have torched the entire place. Before I could even muster my men. To be honest, we can fight these guys with just our retinue. And that's what we're gonna do. Pull back. There's only 4 of them. We're gonna stand our ground. I'm gonna make this dude run like crazy to catch up. And we're gonna just fight just like this. They're not gonna be able to do much to me. We're far more stronger. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these guys aren't armored, but these gents are, so, I mean, they're gonna tear. We actually divided and conquered, so if we hit them fast enough, they won't be able to really fight us off. So let's do this. Heck yeah! It's a little sloppy, but we're kicking ass over here. Let's speed this up a bit. By the time their friends get here, they will be dead, pretty much. Okay, we broke them. So we'll attack one, and we'll attack the other. These guys are going to come in from the back, but we're going to be able to wrap this up pretty quick, I think. Let's speed this up just a tad bit. Yeah, it's a mosh pit here. You can see they're going ham, though. The retinue are ridiculously powerful. Speed this up. Alright, we lost 1 unit. And it looks like there's 1 guy left. And let's clean him up, too. Perfect. Yeah, 1 guy. It's a pretty good return. Killed God knows how many. Alright, we'll put 1 person into the small church to help bury all the bodies. Yeah, we tore them up on the battlefield over here. Okay. The Lord is attacking Fishington. Gonna rally at the fort. Okay. So this is how you do it. You have only 1 way in. You have your guys here. They can shoot through the walls. You have your spears here. And then you have your spears here. And the retinue can just kind of chill in the back. We're going to accept fight. Cool, it's right on our tower. Depending on if they come from this direction or this direction. Yeah. They're coming from over here. We probably won't get everybody inside in time. Okay. Personally, what we're going to do is just... Oh my god, I did not want to do that. We're going to get these guys all kind of angled sideways so they can shoot out interesting ways. We're going to get the spearmen right here. And these spearmen are just going to kind of chill in the back with the retinue and look for any openings. But this is going to tear up pretty much anybody that comes at us. Stand our ground. Alright, here they come. There's quite a bit of them. Yeah, I stopped building my forts on main roads because the traders would get stuck on the gates. So you can just kind of off-branch it like that. Alright, here we go. Beautiful. We just annihilated a whole unit right there. Now they're going into the kill zone. This is why forts are really broken right now. And the next patch we'll be able to get on the walls with our units. So that's going to be interesting. I think they're going to have ladders and things like that. Oh yeah. Routed their whole army. Let's attack. And push forward. Okay, I'm gonna leave all my men out because I think we're about ready to actually kill him and beat the game. Let's come over here. We got our manor up. So this is all I wanted to do. Now we can tax. 100% tax. No, 10% tax should suffice. But we got as many things as we wanted. We have 100% entertainment supply. We're a little bit off on food varieties, so let's put one more person to the granary there. That's perfect. Okay, we did it. We got a fully functioning economy over here. We're trading our berries for bread. We don't have too much bread. But, you know, we're doing really well over here, and we definitely need to have at least 6 families for this to work, so we can get the full 800 when they yield in that small season at the beginning of the year. Everything is hunky-dory. The brewery's working perfectly, so we're able to cap that. Lots of money. What a fun build, but it's time to kill. It's time to beat the game and conclude the series. So let's press our claim right now. Hire every mercenary known to mankind for this last stomp. Okay, two of those gents are gonna die. Everybody else is coming from that direction. That's one funny thing about this map. So we'll have reinforcements coming from the back here. These gents over here are gonna be our valiant sacrifice. They're gonna charge right at the heart of the leader. Through it, right? Do it. Yeah. Broken. Okay. Well, we can at least hit their archers. I'm happy about that. And the battle, it's funny enough, the battle takes place right at my tower here. So we're going to pop these guys back in and pop them in. And the final battle will be at our little fort. What's kind of cool about having border forts like this is you usually can fortify into them. Now, had I not recruited those mercenaries, he would have had an army about twice the size. He'll recruit every single mercenary there is if he can. Alright, here we go. The battle has commenced. We did lose a few crossbowmen. That's okay. They do have a bit of archers. Bit of spearmen. A little bit bigger army than usual. Here he comes. Okay. Time to die, my friend. Alright, my guys couldn't wait. We're getting them. We're getting them really bad right now. They're eager to fight. You gotta love that about them. Pull back just a tad bit. Ready to volley on the last 15 right there. They're all about to drop. That guy got so scared he joined our side, it looks like. I don't know. Alright, we dropped one of their heavy armored units. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare to charge into here. They got a bit more units coming in. That's what's great about having them outside, though, is we start to pepper them, so they're pretty weak by the time they get in here. And none of the mercenaries got here in time. We just dropped a pretty high tier unit right there. Alright, let's engage. Keep them in there. Get everybody just running into the thick of it. Big old mosh pit. Okay, we're gonna need to fire on these gents over here. And we need to get everybody outside chasing these guys down. Yeah, we lost a few good men right there. We don't have any armor on our gents. They're running around in their pajamas, basically. But we can replace them. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Victory is ours. All right, 4,744 days. Constructions finished 576. In-game population 675. 5 challenges won. Enemies killed 3,398 people. Holy cow. We lost 162 soldiers and we killed 3,300 people. 79 villagers. They don't count. And that was cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was a really long episode. Big shout out if you watched the whole dang thing, and a shout out to my YouTube members and Patreons. If you're interested in supporting, there are links in the description. But as always, just liking the video helps out a lot. Have a good rest of your day.